Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Todd. This is Todd. For today's video, I have decided to do potato soup. For this recipe, you are going to need 227 grams or 8 ounces of bacon. This is hickory smoked. You can use whatever type of bacon you want. You're also going to need 2 stalks of celery and 1 onion diced. You're going to need 3 cloves of garlic. You're going to need 948 milliliters of chicken broth, or 4 cups. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. You're going to need 237 milliliters of heavy cream, or 1 cup. You're going to need salt and pepper to taste. And you're going to need about 4 tablespoons of basil. I do not have any fresh basil on hand, so I am just using some lightly dried basil. To get started, you're going to want to go ahead and fry up your bacon until it is very crispy. I am going to go ahead and switch the camera angle over to the stove right quick. Okay, so I got my camera angle switched. I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on a medium-high heat. And I'm going to go ahead and drop in my bacon. And I am going to fry this until it is crispy. While the bacon's frying and getting crispy, I'm going to go ahead and start peeling and dicing my potatoes. And I will go ahead and just bring you back once the bacon is done for the next step. Okay, so my bacon's been frying for quite a while now, and it is crispy enough for my liking, as you probably can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fine mesh strainer and I'm going to drain it into a bowl. And I'm going to go ahead and shut my burner off. And I'm going to let this drain here in the bowl for about 2 minutes. And then I'm going to transfer that grease back into my stock pot. And I'm going to fry my celery and onion. Okay, so I got my bacon drained, and I have about half a cup of bacon fat here. I'm going to go ahead and add this right back into the pot. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my celery and onion. And this is going to saute for about 5 to 10 minutes on a medium heat. And at about the 8-minute mark, you're going to want to go ahead and crush in your garlic. And once 10 minutes gets here, you're going to want to go ahead and add in your potatoes. And I will go ahead and just bring you back once it gets to that point. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes now, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic. To do that, I am going to use the garlic press and go ahead and give this a good stir. And you're going to want to cook this for about another 30 seconds. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in that 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, so I'm happy with those onions and everything. I'm going to go ahead and add in my potatoes. And give this a good mix to coat the potatoes in oil. And I'm going to go ahead and just fry these for about 5 more minutes. And I will go ahead and just bring you back once this is done. Okay, so this has been frying now for about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take my bacon and put that back in. And I'm going to go ahead and take a little over 1 cup here of my reconstituted chicken broth for all 4 cups. And I'm going to go ahead and just rinse this out with a little bit of additional water. The last of that 4 cups. And I'm going to go ahead and give this a good stir. And you are going to want to keep your heat on about a medium. And you're going to want to go ahead and simmer this until the potatoes are tender. And once it gets to that point, I will go ahead and bring you back to show you the next step. Okay, so these have been going for, I'm going to say, about 10 minutes now. And the potatoes are about 3/4 of the way done. So I'm going to go ahead and give these a good stir. And I am going to get my back burner heated up and transfer this to the back burner. And I'm going to grab a skillet and get started on the next step. Okay, so I got my pot on the back burner now, and I got me a large 12-inch skillet out. Since I realized after I got everything in the pot that I should have saved a portion of that bacon fat for this step, I'm going to just go ahead and use some of my rendered bacon fat that I keep in the fridge. It's always nice to keep some in there. About that much should do. And I'm going to go ahead and let this melt. And then I'm going to add in my flour. I'm also going to go ahead and give this another good stir, as I want to try and keep everything moving around in here so nothing sticks to the bottom. Not that it would, but better to be safe than sorry. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a whisk and just start moving this bacon fat around. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat on a medium high. And I'm going to go ahead and add in my flour. And since this looks just a little bit too dry for me, I'm not going to add any more bacon grease. I'm just going to use some avocado oil. That should be about enough right there. I'm not really looking for this to be in clumps. You're trying to make like a little, like a paste, kind of like how it is right now, is what you're looking for. This is pretty much how you want any roux to be. And this is going to cook for about 1 to 2 minutes, or until the raw flour smell dissipates. Now I'm just going to let that sit there for a little bit, trying to get a little bit of color, but I don't want it to burn at the same time, so... Okay, so that's pretty good right about there. I'm going to go ahead and get my heavy cream, and I'm going to slowly pour in about 237 milliliters, or 1 cup. So right about here is what you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to go to the next step, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now that this is done, I am going to go ahead and remove this from the heat right quick. Just set this on a hot pad. And I'm going to bring this pot back over, remove the lid from that, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this cream mixture right in, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and just stir this very good, or very well, I mean. And this should thicken up. Okay, so I got my flour and cream mixture in now, and this has thickened up very nice. At this point, it is pretty much done. I went ahead and added my salt and pepper, which was about 1 teaspoon worth of each. Since I used the chicken broth base, it has quite a bit of salt already in it, so I went ahead and just added about 3/4 teaspoon of salt instead of 1. Then I went ahead and added my basil and went ahead and gave it a good mix. I realized after I did all that my camera was not recording, so that's why you're not getting that in video, but that's all I really did. And I went ahead and cut the heat off, and now I'm just letting this sit here for 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this video up right here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure to smash that subscribe button too. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to come along with me on this journey of mine.